Hey everyone, it's Final Round and my name is Jordan, and game 3 was the worst day I have had since starting on YouTube for the past 18 months. And I checked around YouTube and Twitter and everywhere else, and everyone either missed everything or they had one correct out of every one of their picks. It was a pretty bad game overall for prediction wise, trying to predict based off of historical data. And I normally jump right into the picks, but I feel like I have to discuss what happened so we can better understand going into game 4 and why everything completely changed. It's the NBA playoffs. Adjustments are made and coaches do certain things, especially when you're on the losing end of things. But we'll talk about it and then I'll get into the picks. If you just want to jump right to those, you obviously can fast forward. I'm gonna start with the Celtics side of things. So obviously Porzingis was out. I feel like Jason Tatum felt like he needed to take on more of the offensive burden early and often, and he turned into pull-up jumper Jason Tatum. He took 13 threes in this game when he took 7 in game 1 and 2. 7 in each game. So almost doubled the three-point attempts, and these weren't even good looks like off a pass or anything. These were just pull-up jump shots. And it really threw off the rhythm of the offense, I think, for the Celtics, where they were driving and finding open guys. Fortunately, Jaylen Brown was able to do that and keep that going. He was attacking the basket, getting dunks, getting layups, and also making that zone defense crash in, and he was finding guys for assists, and that's why Jaylen Brown led in assist for the Celtics. In Tatum's assist, where he had a ton of assists in game 2, they dropped dramatically. In this game, he just took a ton of shots, and where he didn't need to be taking all those shots, they could have found a better rhythm. Fortunately, they were able to win this game. So with that, most of the shooting volume went to Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and then you had Derek White, who took a bunch of open threes that he got off pass and rotation. And then when it came to rebounds, where I took a lot of rebounds props, the rebounds are kind of spread evenly, and I think only Jaylen Brown went over. Derek White may have gone over his rebounds line. I'm not entirely sure, but they're pretty spread out evenly. Jason Tatum has completely stopped the way he was rebounding previously. I don't know what it is. He has been taken off down the floor a lot more and trying to catch those outlet passes and get some easy layups. So I'm not sure if that's what that is, or if that's an adjustment, something that they saw. But the way the lines are right now, everything is so high that if you take a bunch of overs for kind of the same prop, it's going to be very difficult for all of them to go over, and that was my mistake, taking pretty much a rebound in every single one of my picks, and you know, it's not going to happen. Not everyone's going to get all of those rebounds. So the Mavs side of things, we had Jason Kidd. He was trying different things to try to get a spark off the bench. Normally in the playoffs, you play a 7 to 8 man rotation. Especially in the finals, you know, you narrow it down to just, you know, those few guys off the bench to give the other guys a rest and then get the starters back out there. But he put 11 different guys out on the court. He had Luka, Kyrie, PJ Washington, and then I think he was looking for a spark from someone else. He found that with Derek Lively. So Gafford pretty much got benched, and I had him for rebounds, but the read was that they were playing a zone and the center was going to get a lot of rebounds. So if you look at Gafford, his plus minus was minus 11 in 16 minutes. So I think that was an automatic, you know, get him off the court. Let's leave Lively out there, who played 30 minutes and he had a plus minus of plus 6. And then I had Derek Jones Jr., who was playing 30 minutes a game. He got benched. He played half his minutes, around 16 minutes. He was minus 6 in those 16 minutes. So I think Jason Kidd was trying to look for a spark off the bench. He went with Tim Hardaway Jr., who averaged 15 points a game off the bench in the regular season and was one of their primary scorers off the bench, but he just hasn't had it in the playoffs. I think Jason Kidd was trying to get cute and put him out there and hope that he was going to go off, but it really hurt the team. He went 0 for 5 in 19 minutes with a -16 plus minus. He definitely should have taken him off the court, and he left Josh Green on the court for about 22 minutes. He didn't do much, but you can do things on the defensive end to help out, and his plus minus was +3. So when it came to points overall, I think Kyrie and Lively were the only ones to go over. When it came to rebounds, I think PJ Washington and Lively were the only ones to go over. And then when it came to assist, I think every single Maverick went under assist, except for maybe Josh Green. I don't know what his assist line was at, but he had 2 of them. So it was just a game full of unders and a lot of uncertainty from the Mavericks rotation side. I think we're going to see a lot of that still from the Mavericks, just trying to find something. I think the Tim Hardaway experiment might be over. He gave him his chance, so we may see some more Derrick Jones Jr. minutes, but he did put a lot of trust in Derek Lively. So I know that's a big breakdown, and I normally don't do this at the beginning of videos, but I feel like I had to explain what happened so we can get into these picks. So you will see images that come up on the screen. Those will be from a data app called Outlier. There'll be a link in the description that'll give you a 7-day free trial for Outlier. This first pick is going to be Luka Doncic over 8.5 first quarter points at -105. He's gone over in the last 2 games in the finals, and his first quarter minutes have gone up in the finals. It's been 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes, 10.5 minutes. And he has had some first quarters where he played all 12 minutes, and those 2 games were against the Timberwolves after they took a 2-0 lead and they went home to get a 3-0 lead. He played that entire first quarter because that was very important to get that 3-0 lead, because it's just no one's ever come back from that. So he played the entire first quarter there, and then also after they lost game 4 and they went to game 5, I think they didn't want to give the Timberwolves any more momentum to get to a game 6. So he also played 12 full minutes in that first quarter there. So now we have a do or die closeout game. Good chance he could potentially play 12 full minutes here. He's gone over this line in 5 out of the last 7 games, in every single game versus Celtics this season except for game 1. You saw in game 3, the crowd was into it in the first quarter. Kyrie came out hot in the first quarter. I don't hate his over, and Luka came out hot. Everyone's not tired or anything like that. Everyone's ready to go and amped up, and they shoot very well in that first quarter. And Luka Doncic is that guy who's going to take a ton of shots in this closeout game to try to stay alive. So I like him over 8.5 first quarter points. If you guys could, please like the video, and if you haven't, please subscribe to the channel. If you have a little bit of extra time, could just leave a comment for the algorithm. I appreciate all the movie suggestions. I saw some really interesting ones. I'm definitely going to have to check out. You guys are great. This next pick is going to be Jaylen Brown over 3.5 assists. This is at -150. It keeps going up and down. And I looked at player prop apps and they have it at 4 even. So I'm okay with it at 4 even for that push potential, and then him to go over this line and get 5 assists. But he's gone over this in the last 2 games and 4 out of 5 games against Dallas. And like I said, where Jason Tatum was taking a bunch of threes, Jaylen Brown was still attacking that zone that I talked about in the last video, and he was breaking it down and getting guys the ball in open shots, and he was getting a ton of assists. In the past 2 games, he's had 12 potential assists and 14 potential assists, which led to 7 assists in game 2, and then a team leading 8 assists in game 3. So this line just feels like it's pretty low because he's normally not that guy. But for the Mavericks, it's either let him get the layup or keep crashing in on him and make him make the pass, and he's been making that pass. So I do like Jaylen Brown here over assist. And then this third pick, We talked about it. Jason Kidd showed a lot of confidence in Derek Lively, so I like him over 7.5 rebounds. This is another one that's been bumped up and down and up and down. So it's at -145 and it's at 8 even on player prop apps. If we can get that same confidence in Derek Lively, he's just more mobile out there, and with that zone defense, he's going to get a lot of rebound opportunities, as I discussed in the last video, and I felt like Gafford and Lively are going to be splitting minutes like normal. But in those 30 minutes, he had 13 rebounds on 26 rebound chances. So if he can get, even around 25 minutes, the rebound chances are going to be there. And he almost hit this line in game 2 where he played just 19 minutes. So if Jason Kidd keeps that trust in Derek Lively, then he should definitely go over this line. And then with 8 even on the push potential, he should have a good rebounding game. And before I get into this last pick, I want to shout out my partners, Underdog Fantasy, Sleeper, ParlayPlay, and ChalkBoard. ChalkBoard just added WNBA, but there will be links in the description that'll take you straight there with the promo codes. They do a deposit match up to $100. Thank you to anyone who uses those. So this next one, I decided just to try it out, same game parlay. So I like Derek White over 2.5 3-pointers made. This is at -190. He's gone over in all 3 games in the finals and 7 out of the last 10 games. He's averaging 9 3-point attempts in the finals. Most of his shots overall are from the 3-point line, and he's been making 3.5 3-pointers over on average in this finals. Just shooting very well with a high volume. And then adding on another 3-point shooter, PJ Washington, over 1.5 3-pointers made at -185. He's gone over this in 7 straight playoff games at home. He struggled in games 1 and 2 on the road, but at home he shoots a lot better. He shot 3 for 6 in game 3. I expect him to, chuck up some more 3-point shots. They need him to knock down these 3-point shots if they want to stay in the game, and we just need him to make 2 of them. So it's Derek White to make 3 threes, and then PJ Washington to make 2 threes, and this comes out, the odds are different all over the place, but this comes out at a +112 on DraftKings. And I also do have a Discord. Link is in the description. Conversation will be going on about everything there, all different kinds of sports, and it's free, so I'd love to see you jump on in there. And as far as a recap goes, Drew Holiday over 19.5 points plus rebounds. He didn't score well, and his rebounding was lacking. Like I had mentioned, a lot of guys went under rebounds. He only got 4 rebounds, and 3 of them were offensive, so that just shows his opportunities just were not there. And then Derek Jones Jr. and Daniel Gafford, like I said, they got benched, so they did not go over their lines. And then I had Luka Doncic over 9.5 rebounds. He fouled out, but I don't think he was going to go over this anyway if he played the full game. He didn't seem very interested in getting rebounds either. PJ Washington was fighting for a lot of them, and Lively was there for most of them. With that zone, Lively is right there in the middle and just ripping down the rebounds. So Luka did not go over that. And then I had Tatum over rebounds and assists. And like I said, he didn't seem to want to pass the ball as much as he did before, and rebounding wise, he was taking off down the court a lot more, trying to get that outlet pass and get those easy layups. So hopefully, if this is the last game of the season, we can end it on a good note. So I don't have any breakdown for adjustments or anything like that. Looks like Jason Kidd's kind of trying to find another scorer out there, and I don't think Tim Hardaway is that guy right now. So, and the Celtics, they just need to keep everyone involved, and they're going to be fine. As long as the ball's moving around, they're going to be fine. And I would have taken some Horford props, but they did say Porzingis was at Thursday's shoot-around. So that means he was running around, catching the ball, taking shots. And it is a closeout game. If I were them, I would hold him out unless you really need him. But maybe he really just wants to get out there to try to close this thing out. So Porzingis could show up and surprise everyone. So staying away from Horford. So yeah, I'm gonna get this edited and get it out to you. God bless you all. It's final round. My name is Jordan. I will catch you on the next one. Bye.